Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Zaman Azam and today I'm going to show you the common causes along with the ways to fix the HTTP error 500. So let's dive in. This error is quite frequent in WordPress, but there is no need to worry. Pinpointing the root cause of the HTTP 500 internal server error on your website may require some effort since there are several factors that could be to blame. We'll take a closer look at each of the common causes and go through the steps for resolving this issue. Before proceeding, please note that some solutions require changes to the WordPress database. It is important to exercise caution as any incorrect changes made to the database can result in irreversible damage to your website. I strongly recommend that you back up your website before making any changes to the database. Alright then, let's begin. If the information displayed on a website doesn't match the stored cookies and cache, it may result in the 500 internal server error. As a website owner, you can attempt to determine whether the problem lies in your browser by clearing the cookies and cache. To do so in Google Chrome, first click on the three-dot menu icon in the top right corner of your browser, then choose Settings. Next, click Privacy and Security from the left-hand menu. After that, select Clear Browsing Data. Next, change the timeline to all time. Then select the cookies and cache from the pop-up menu and click the Clear Data button to complete the process. If the HTTP 500 error continues to persist, even after clearing the cookies and cache, it is necessary to explore other potential causes and examine whether the problem is originating from the backend of your website. The activation of a new plugin is the most common cause of the HTTP error 500 on WordPress website. If the error occurs immediately after installing or updating a plugin, try deactivating the plugin to determine if it is the source of the issue. There are two simple ways to troubleshoot this. The first method involves using the WordPress dashboard, while the second requires accessing your hosting account's file manager. Let's try the WordPress dashboard method. Access the WordPress dashboard and go to the plugins menu. Then select Install Plugins. Here you will see a list of all the installed plugins on your website. Check the plugin option at the top of the list, then select Deactivate from the Bulk Action drop-down menu and click Apply. Don't worry, deactivating a plugin won't cause any data loss. Now refresh your website to see if the error has been resolved. If the error still persists, deactivate all of your plugins and proceed to other troubleshooting methods. If the issue is resolved, you need to determine which plugin caused the error. Activate your plugins one by one and refresh your site after each activation. If your website loads properly after deactivating a plugin, you can leave that one enabled. However, if the error message appears after enabling a plugin, you can identify the source of the issue. Delete the problematic plugin from your WordPress dashboard and find another plugin with similar functionality to replace it. In some rare cases, you may be unable to access the WordPress dashboard. In this situation, you can use the file manager as an alternative method to disable or remove plugins. You can use the Hostinger's hPanel file manager directory to follow the steps. Log into hPanel and navigate to the file manager. Then click on the public HTML folder, open the WP content directory, then find the plugins folder to locate the plugin files. Right click on the plugin file and select rename. Add an underscore and type the word disabled after the plugin name to deactivate it. Click rename, then refresh your website to see if the error has been resolved. If the error message still appears, repeat the process until all plugins are deactivated or until you find that the website is working again. Once you have identified the plugin causing the HTTP error 500, delete the file. You can try to reinstall the plugin or find another plugin with similar functionality to replace it. If the error persists, even after deactivating all the plugins, move on to the next troubleshooting option. Similar to the plugins, a new or updated theme can also cause the HTTP 500 internal server error. To fix this, you can simply change the website's existing theme. To fix it via the WordPress dashboard, go to the Appearance menu from WordPress admin area and then choose Themes. Click the Activate button on any other theme except for the current one. Refresh your website to check if the problem persists, and if it does, move on to other methods. Alternatively, you can change a WordPress theme by editing the MySQL database via PhpMyAdmin. Here's how to do it from hPanel. Log into your Edge panel, then go to the File Manager and open the public HTML directory. After that, open the wp-config.php file to find the name of the database of your website, which will be shown in the db_name line. We will use the information to enter PhpMyAdmin. While still opening the file manager, go to the WP content directory and open the themes folder to check all the available themes you currently have. Now let's navigate to the database menu on the Edge panel and enter the PhpMyAdmin of your website's database. After that, head to the WP options table and find the template and style sheet rows, which is usually located on the second page. Next, double click on each row to edit the theme name and change it to any of the themes installed other than the current one. Make sure to type it identically to the themes folder name. Once it's done, go back to your website and reload it. If the problem persists, let's try to find other possible causes. If you're looking for reliable and affordable web hosting for your website, I highly recommend Hostinger, Bluehost, and HostGator. I've been using their services for a while now and have been extremely happy with their performance, feature, and customer support. If you're interested in signing up for Hostinger, please consider using my affiliate link in the description box below. It won't cost you anything extra, but it will help support my channel and allow me to create more helpful content in the future. Another way to solve HTTP error 500 is to check if your current htacces file is not corrupted. In case it is, you will need to create a new one. Start by opening the file manager and locating the public HTML directory. Find the htacces file, right click on it and choose to rename it. Create a new name for the file, for example by adding _disable to the existing name and then press the rename button. Next, select the new file and name it htacces. If it doesn't automatically open, right click on the file and select edit. Copy the default WordPress htacces code from the official WordPress site and paste the code into the new htacces file. I'll put the link to this code in the description box below. Hit the save button and you will now have a brand new htacces file running on your WordPress website. If your website still shows the HTTP error 500 after reloading, let's move on to the another way to fix it. Insufficient PHP value or memory limits could be a cause for encountering the HTTP error 500. This occurs due to the fact that certain plugins and scripts require a certain amount of memory to function. One way to solve this issue is to increase the PHP memory limit by manually editing the htacces file. To do this, navigate to the public HTML directory in your Edge panel file manager and double click the htacces file. Paste the code lines, then click save and refresh your website. This code can be found in the description box of this video. If the error 500 was caused by the insufficient PHP values, your website should load properly. If not, let's try another option. Identifying the root cause of the HTTP error 500 can be challenging, but it's essential to fix the issue. If the previous solutions don't work, you may need to explore further and investigate any other unknown errors on your WordPress website's backend. One way to do this is by enabling error display through your hosting account's PHP configuration section. In Edge panel, you can access it by going to the advanced menu and selecting PHP configuration. From there, switch to the PHP options tab, click the log errors option and hit the save button. By doing so, if your website encounters a PHP error, the system will generate an error log file. You can find this file in the logs directory within the file manager, which contains error log messages along with the date, error type, and details of the file and code line to correct. If the previous methods don't work, you can try restoring your website to a previously functional version. You can do this manually through the file manager or use a WordPress plugin. If you regularly backup your website, this process can be simple by accessing the files and backups through each panel. I will surely be creating a video on how to backup and restore your WordPress website. And that's it. A few methods on how you can troubleshoot the HTTP error 500 on your WordPress site. If the problem persists even after trying all of the methods presented in this video, contact your hosting provider for some technical assistance. If you are able to successfully troubleshoot the error, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and share it with anyone you think needs to see this guide. If you have further questions, leave them in comments below and I'll be more than happy to help. Hit the subscribe button for more videos about web hosting, websites and WordPress development. Hope you liked the video and I'll see you in the next one.